Thanks for joining us on another episode of Thoughts Rain. We're going to recap, talking about sports still, our picks of last week with the NFL, talk about Tom Brady and the game that's coming up with the Patriots. But first, we're going to start with Colin's ugly sleeves over there and the reason why he's wearing them, and the game that he lost to be wearing.
Let's go, Beavs.
So, Colin, why don't you go ahead and explain why you're wearing those ugly beaver sleeves?
I'm wearing these because the Saints DB of the century missed a wide open tackle and the Vikings went on and win the game. So,
thank you, Williams.
And I'm burning this afterwards, by the way, folks.
Yep. So, why don't we go ahead and start with that? What they're actually labeling is, I think, Minnesota Miracle. That was a wild finish. I mean, I think the Saints should have never been in it that close anyways. I mean, who would have thought Case Keenum, of all people, with 10 seconds left on 3rd and 10, throws up a prayer, and Stephon Diggs has the actually the know-abouts and awareness to actually turn around, make his keep his balance, and then run it into the end zone for a touchdown. I mean, I think I saw on a couple of forums and even the NFL saying that's actually the first ever walk-off touchdown.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so pretty amazing.
I don't think it's that amazing, by the way.
You don't think so?
No, I think it's a Saints screw-up, so I don't think why we should be praising the Vikings for this.
Well, okay, so I'm not saying that it wasn't a Saints group. It was in that if Williams makes that tackle, game over, right? I mean, it would be a very long field goal, like 50 plus, right? Close to 50 yard.
If that, he caught it like the 40. It'd be like 55, 56 yarder.
So, I mean, if he makes the tackle, more than likely, game over, because with Minnesota's history of shanking field goals,
and it's long,
and it's really long as well too. So, so going with that, so
it's like winning a baseball game with like a double up the middle, and the guy like lets it go between his legs.
Yeah.
Or like passing back to the goalie and like missing and going in. Like it's not that the Vikings made anything crazy. It was just a normal pass and catch.
Yeah, I mean, to their credit,
I'm also salty because I'm wearing the Beaver stuff, but I still don't think it's that nice of a play.
But I mean, to the Vikings' credit, they actually dominated the first half of the game, and the Saints came back. Case Keenum threw that terrible pick.
Yeah.
That Williams actually was the one that picked it off.
But what if you compare Drew Brees' drive, which could have been the game-winning one, versus Case Keenum's lucky. Yeah. Like, if they won off that, then it would have been a miracle. But it was just a random fluke. And
I mean, there's a lot of things that could have happened a little bit swayed as well too. I mean, Vikings got off on 3rd down. They got them out on 3rd down, and then forced the Saints to kick that field goal as well too. Yeah. Right. So if the Saints would have made a 1st down, they would have kept on milking the clock, and then
that is true. I'll give you that. But the play itself.
Yeah. So the play itself wasn't that. I mean,
like compare that to the Seahawks Packers game on Monday night. Like that's different. That's like an actual like Seahawks made a crazy good play.
Right.
That was just a fluke on the defense.
Right. Yeah. And it's unfortunate.
Or like the Auburn kick return against Bama.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate. Williams is really a good rookie DB, and he's got a great bright future for him. Hopefully, this doesn't actually deter him and ruin his career. But I mean, if it were me playing that, I would probably taken the PI.
See, I think that's a myth too. I think the whole radio thing about him like pulling up because he was going to hit him is just us trying to fuel a topic that really
but I wouldn't have been afraid of taking the PI. That's what I would say. I would have gone for the solid tackle, and if I got called for the pass interference, so be it, right? Because
maybe he wanted to lose.
I think he just get scared.
And the really bad end of the play is that he actually took out his own guy that could have had a chance to actually catch Diggs as well too, or Diggs could have we're just looking at like 2020 hindsight stuff right now, right? Because if the guy would have caught him, then game over as well too. Or if Diggs saw that the guy was coming, he could have ran out of bounds at like maybe the 10 as well too, and that would have been a chip in, a field goal win as well too. But it is what it is. I know none of your NFC South teams are no longer in the playoffs. So let's go.
You're pretty bad at picking.
Yeah.
No, I mean they're bad at winning, but I have the right pick.
Yeah, and the Falcons, I don't know about that game. I mean, it's like
they screwed that one up too.
They had
so
a
many
chance
chances.
at the end. Yeah.
And when that guy with the defensive lineman go on the 4th and 1 or the 3rd and 1, what is he doing?
I don't know. See, and it's like that.
That end of the game.
Because
they would have had a minute.
It gave them extra yardage, and then they would just run a couple times, and then that was it.
Yeah, so I mean, the Eagles would have ran twice. They would have then punted it with like a minute to go from the 50.
Yeah,
and with Matt Ryan, you have a chance.
Yeah, and on the final play with Julio actually slipping,
I know,
he
that
slipped, and Ryan was looking for.
And
he
almost caught it too.
Well, he almost caught it, but if he landed, you saw the replay, he would have been out of bounds anyway.
But still, that went through his hands.
Yeah, and I said if he was 1-on-1, and if he didn't slip, I think Ryan would just done a little jump, throw it up for him to. I mean, you got to go Julio when the game matters. Similar to like how the Lions went with
Calvin,
Calvin Johnson,
or Gates and Phil Rivers.
Yeah, you just have to go with your
play. Trust the target, Gronk.
Yeah, so unfortunate for that, but let's go ahead and pick that.
So
they actually the Eagles are actually underdogs again this weekend
because no one trusts Foles, even though Foles was amazing.
Yeah, but
people think Foles is a bad quarterback. He's good.
Yeah, but Case Keenum is actually playing pretty decent as well too. But I want to go ahead and let you pick your pick off of that game.
So the NFC, we got the Eagles and the Vikings, and I am going to go with the Eagles. In a close game, they're probably going to lose because my picks are terrible this season, but I'm going to go with the Eagles. And then in the AFC, we'll wait for that actually. I'll stick with the Eagles for right now. Okay.
Yeah, so, it's going to be a low-scoring game because that Falcons-Eagles game was like 15-10, right? And I also think in a really tight game, too, because I think it's going to be pretty cold during that time. But, both defenses are really good. I'm just going to see, I say the team that actually makes the least amount of mistakes is going to win.
Well, and if you look at it from the perspective of the whole game.
Real astute observation.
I'm just saying.
Who was the most points?
No, but okay, so if last week I would have told you.
What do you got to do second half to really win?
Score the most
points.
That's usually what
pulling out that Chip Kelly interview.
Yeah. Usually, I heard that the team that scores the most points wins.
Urban myth.
But okay, so if I would have told you guys last week that Ben Roethlisberger was going to throw 5 touchdowns and the Steelers were going to score 42 points at home and still lose, this guy would have definitely laughed at me.
I would have.
Yeah.
But that was crazy. That was the best game of the weekend, I think. That was a better game than the Vikings one was. Because that one was an authentic, good football game. Yeah, the Saints-Vikings one was kind of poor football in the second half. And the reason I have the Eagles winning is because the Eagles controlled, even though the Falcons, it was close, they controlled the entire game.
Yeah.
The Vikings were hanging on for dear life at the halftime, and then they lost it pretty much, and they got a lucky play. So I think Eagles.
I'm gonna stick with the Vikings on this. I'm just thinking.
I'm not gonna bet this time either.
Yeah, no, we're not. But I'm just thinking because I think they're just a team of destiny right now because with the miracle as well too. So I think they're just a team of destiny with the Super Bowl being in their stadium as well too. They're going to be the very first team to actually be.
That'd be crazy.
In a
Case Keenum
in a Super Bowl that was hosted that they hosted. So I'm pulling for the Vikings to see if they can keep this miracle going.
Tiebreaker.
Hey, last week you guys all went with when we did our Super Bowl picks. You all said the Patriots. I said the Eagles.
Yes,
still going with
the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles. That's right.
The Eagles.
All right, let's jump over to the AFC side, which is we probably don't want to recap the divisional round, right?
But those are both. Well, so the Patriots one sucked, but the Jags game was amazing. That was my favorite one.
Yeah, Marcus.
The Jags are for real.
Yeah, Marcus. Unfortunately, was just too overwhelmed. He had no help. And the Patriots D for some reason was able to actually put pressure on him as well too.
They could run the ball, and when the Titans can't run the ball, then Marcus just gets pressured all the time. Yeah. But moving forward to this one, I think the with Tom Brady being a little hurt.
Yeah, so there's multiple rumors saying that he's got a laceration on his hand, on his throwing hand, on the thumb, I think. So
him and Janelle get a little weird at home. Giselle.
I have no idea, but so he didn't practice. He wasn't participating in practice like Tuesday.
Yeah, he didn't touch the ball yesterday at all.
And yesterday he didn't touch it all. And he and Bill Belichick actually even avoided the questions regarding his injury.
So Tom Savage, you think he's gonna lead him through?
No, I don't see any way of how Tom Brady's gonna sit this one out. I think he's definitely gonna play.
He's Iron Man.
I'm just wondering how much that injury is gonna affect him. Because, we've got the Jags' back-end defense is pretty solid.
True, but I think don't count the genius of Bill Belichick out, though.
And then they may come out and just run.
Yeah, I could see Tom Brady throwing just 10 times.
Yeah, and then they just run the ball and play solid defense.
They have a good defense.
Because they know that Bortles is not going to be able to rip them up, probably.
And I heard a radio host the other day saying that they're going to have, the Patriots go ahead and just have super long drives.
Yeah.
Or just milk the clock and make Bortles give 7 or 8 possessions and make him run with it.
Yeah, or even, swap the field position, right? I mean, go real deep and then punt it. And then make Bortles forced to drive the entire way.
Yeah, probably screwed up.
Which,
If the Patriots lead at all, I think it's over.
Yeah.
If they lead by touchdown at all.
But
except for the opening drive.
If the Jags jump out on in front,
scary.
like how they did with the Steelers, it could be really scary because then, it's now you got the front four just now Tom has to throw.
Yeah, he has to throw.
He has to throw the ball.
That defense is amazing.
Yeah. So I'm pulling for the Jags in this one. But I think the Patriots are going to win. I
think it's going to be a great game regardless.
Yeah, it's going to be a real good game. But I'm pulling for the Jags to actually go. Can you imagine that? Blake Bortles and Case Keenum in the Super Bowl?
I mean, I think...
No, the Patriots, first of all, have the standings.
But, of all the quarterbacks that are left, Bortles is the only one that's first round draft is the first overall and first round draft pick.
And he's the worst out of the 4.
By
a landslide. Yeah. If the Jags had... So just kind of switching gears, I'm going to pick the Patriots too, but really close.
Yeah.
If the Jags got rid of Bortles and they had one of the candidates, so Kirk Cousins is going to be free agent,
right.
Eli Manning might be.
Right.
If they had one of those two,
yeah, they
would be the scariest team in the whole NFL to play.
But I'm gonna give you another one as well too. Okay, so the Patriots, the Super Bowls, the only 2 Super Bowls that they lost to were from the Giants, right?
Mm-hmm. With Tom Coughlin as the VP,
as their head coach, right?
They also got lucky though.
And who the GM right now is with the Jags, right? Tom Coughlin.
No, he's the vice president.
Oh yeah,
same thing.
But same thing.
He's up there.
Yeah, he's got. I mean, he's got some kind of
box.
Yeah, he's got some say.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, it's like how ironic is that, right?
I agree, but he's not going to be on the field like 3rd and 6 telling Doug Marrone what to do, and that's why I think the Patriots are probably going to win, just because you still have the genius of Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Against a good coach.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, like what I said to you, if they come out running the ball.
Yeah, just power games.
Yeah, power, because they can do that as well too. And then Tom go under center, but I think with the hand.
And what if it's all smoke?
It could be too.
What if they're just making a big thing and then he'll come out slinging the ball left and right?
He'll throw it like 40 times.
Yeah, ESPN will make another week-long story about it.
But like what I was telling you last week, right, was like if Tom throws 5 touchdowns. I don't know. I mean, the Jags might still be in the game.
I mean, if they get any defensive points, it's going to be scary because then they get up and they're already ahead.
All right, gentlemen, final thoughts?
Patriots, close one, but a good game.
Yeah, Patriots, close one.
I'm actually not picking for the record, but I have to pick right now, so I'm going to pick the Patriots. But in my heart, it's going to be a neutral game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I said, again, like I said, I'm pulling for the Jags. Go Jags. My Jaguars. They're my team now.
So still on opposite sides of each other.
And I'm pulling for the Jags, but I have a feeling that the Patriots are going to pull it out. It's just too many things. Experience, They're playing at home as well too. Even with Tom Brady possibly having the hand injury, I think you still got Bill Belichick, the biggest mastermind in the game right now. So yeah.
And for you,
and we got
and then
I still got the Patriots.
Yeah, you got the Patriots and Eagles in the Super Bowl.
I still got the Patriots and Eagles.
Yeah,
there we go. Of course, I'm still gonna go with the Eagles.
All right. Yeah.
But no bets this time.
Nope, not even. This is worse.
No bets.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm losing circulation. Honestly.
Yeah.
These are $15, folks. That's why I got them. The closest shirt was $35.
Yeah, he was supposed to get a shirt because I actually got two shirts.
But you got an off-brand, like what, $10?
Gas station.
Mine was Nike.
The shirt, the Oregon Duck shirt was actually about $17, and then the
Get out of here with those beers.
the Green Bay Packer Green Bay Packer T-shirt was about $20.
Yeah, these are like they was all Nike, so I was just like, well, whatever's the store brand, I'll get.
Yeah, man, I wish I could have been there just to film you when you were buying those.
He was
perfect. Okay. Well, there you have it. Thanks for tuning in. This is Thoughts Rain again. Shout out at least for the final round to our sponsor Podly. If you need lightning fast web hosting, they're a place to go. Please subscribe as well down below. And thanks for tuning in. We might also have those on fire for the next episode. And if you were watching last week's, there's a Green Bay shirt up for grabs as well. But again, thank you very much. And please subscribe.